This is the 5th video and the final video in my series, The Making of Open Book. If we haven't met yet, hello, it's lovely to meet you. I am a singer-songwriter and I just released my debut EP. It's called Open Book and I put it out on December 8th, 2023. I'm super excited about it. I've been talking about it all the time and I'm so stoked that you are engaging with it. I've been making these videos that kind of talk about the process of creating these songs because these songs are 5 years old. I've gone through a lot with these songs and I realized that when I put them out onto Spotify or wherever you listen to your music, all you get is face value, the song itself. If the 5-year process that I went through is something that interests you, that you want to be a part of, these videos are for you. Like I said, this is the final installment. This one is Lullaby, the 5th and final track. Before we go any farther, make sure you've listened to Open Book. I would love if you take a listen and just really enjoy this body of work with me. If you're into it, you can follow me on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you listen to your music. That'd be super helpful. Add it to all your playlists. The more that you engage with this content, the closer I am to being able to do this full time, and that means so much. So thank you so much for any effort you're willing to put in to help me along, and even just for enjoying the songs. You can also check out all 4 of the other The Making of videos on my YouTube channel and subscribe to that if you feel like it. And if you want to be friends, which I want to be friends, so if you want to be friends, go hit me up on Instagram or TikTok or SoundCloud or wherever. They're all linked below and I would love to meet you and to just chat about music or whatever else. So let's talk about Lullaby. Lullaby is very simple in its creation and its lyricism, even in its production. I really wanted to keep it simple because the other songs on the EP have a lot of intricacy to them, whether it be in the story that brought them about or in the production or whatever. I think Lullaby is its namesake. It is a lullaby. And I wanted this to be something that can be comforting and relaxing. I've spoken about how this EP really just talks about coming into your own and finding your identity and learning how to navigate friendships and crushes and finding your place in the world. I wanted Lullaby to serve this purpose that, you know, there's a hand to hold as you're processing all these things and walking through them. It may look different for each person, whether you find that within yourself or in a person or whatever, but I didn't want it to all be about the struggles that we face. I wanted there to be this kind of sweet moment where you can relax and say, it is all gonna be okay. We're gonna get through it. So in every element of the creation of Lullaby, I really wanted to convey that. And that is kind of just the story behind writing Lullaby. When I was in the studio recording this song, we did it in one day. My mom came in that day because she wanted to see what the process was like. She was asking me, who is Lullaby about? It seems like it's a very, pinpointed person. And it isn't about anyone. If you've seen my other videos, you know that I have been open about the people that these songs are about. This is one that I just kind of concocted. And I actually have quite a few songs that aren't about anybody. I was feeling stressed. I really wanted to be told the things that I say in Lullaby. I wanted to be told, everything's gonna be okay. When I was so worried about the future, I just wanted to be able to sit in the present and rest. And so I wrote this song as if somebody was singing it to me. As I have played it over the years and put it out on various social medias and things like that, it has become more of something that I'm saying to others instead of, saying to myself. And it does help me to hear it. Even talking about it like this and tapping into the thought process I had at 15 when I was writing this song, it feels comforting. Just to have that simple, it's gonna be alright. I have put this out on social media and played it for crowds during times that have been really tumultuous. It feels so healing to be able to sing that for people who really are going through it. Not to make it a huge thing to try to rationalize the way that the world works or to try to explain away behavior, but just to say, hey, we're gonna get through it. Sometimes that's all you can say, but it has a profound impact, and I find myself often wanting to overanalyze. Sometimes it is nice to just sit and say, it'll be okay. So I do enjoy playing this song for people. Sometimes it's a reminder to me, and sometimes I get the joy of seeing that catharsis in people, and that is just so moving. So let's talk through the lyrics of this song. It is so simple, so I'm gonna fly through this, but the first verse says, rest your head upon my shoulder, let your worries fade away. Days are long and people cold, everything will be okay. It's pretty self-explanatory. The only thing I have to say about that is I was toying between, days are long and people colder, to actually rhyme with shoulder, but that didn't really make sense, and I decided just to leave it with cold. sometimes you gotta break a little bit of the rules, you know? Here's to you and me when nothing else makes sense. Originally, the lyric I really wanted to write in there, I don't have any videos of me playing it this way because I switched the lyric fast enough. The thing that just kept popping into my mind was, here's to you and me when the world's about to end. I definitely didn't believe that the world was gonna last as long as it has. I thought 2021 was gonna be the end. We're on borrowed time at this point in my brain. I just felt like that was a little too dismal for this song. The song is supposed to be hopeful and peaceful, so I changed it to, you know, when nothing else makes sense. The future's all you see right now is for us. I wrote this shortly before the summer that I went on that cruise and went to that summer camp, watched Match, the making of Match, to understand that story. And I was really just thinking a lot about the future and everything I had to prepare for. And so that's what I wrote this lyric about, not worrying about the future, but just resting in the present. Hold me close and I'll be here. I will sing a lullaby. If I can be in your life, darling, you will never cry. I don't love that lyric because I think crying is very important as that catharsis and expressing your emotions, but it kind of fits with the simplicity of the song, and so I decided to keep it like that. I did go through a bunch of different lyrics though for that part. There's a version that I recorded where I sang, as long as I'm in your life, you can forget when you've cried. But that one seems a little self-righteous. I liked doing that, if I can be in your life. That implies like that it's an honor to get to do life alongside the person I'm singing this to, and I like that a little better. Then we have some more choruses, and then I toyed around with this kind of instrumental hummy part. I didn't do that in some of the original recordings, but I really liked it, the peaceful interlude it gives. It came alive in the production too, which is so cool. I almost didn't do it because the way I would record in the studio was I would start out by just playing it acoustic for my producer. That was an awkward part to play, just acoustic, but I'm so glad I did it. Then we get that final verse. Rest your head upon my shoulder, let your worries fade away. Every day we're getting older, but I promise I will stay. I've talked about this before, but I hate time. It stresses me out. I feel like there's never enough of it, and I wish I could be transcendent over time. It has that truth there that yes, we're getting older. We have to face that truth, but there are things that will remain unchanging that we can rely on, and I want to be one of those things to the listener, I guess. And I liked repeating the beginning of the first verse too, just as a reminder, and I think, you know, that repetition again is something you can count on. Why don't we take a look at some of the videos I took as this came to be. The first video I took on April 24th, 2018, which was right when I had written it. I was sitting in my bathroom, which was Broadway themed. This kind of outs what high school I went to. Well, I went to multiple high schools, but this was the second song I ever made when I first got my ukulele. Goodbye Friend being the first. The ukulele is very reminiscent of like early Chloe Moriando, which I hadn't listened to yet, but now that I listen to it, I am like, oh, that sounds like her so much. I actually extended the song a little longer. I did the chorus and then the humming part, and then I did the chorus again and then the final verse, and I cut that out. I think this was like the only time I ever did that. I experimented with that end part a lot, but the way that it is now on the final recording, I'm very happy with. So I wrote another song. Here it is. The future's all you see. Right now. Then on May 31st, 2020, I uploaded this video to the Greta and Mia Sing account on Instagram, where we had that shared Instagram account. I've talked about that. I only ever did Goodbye Friend and Lullaby. I wanted to do the rest of them, but I just never got to it. This is a very simple demo because I think I just made it like on iMovie, not even on GarageBand. But it has like some of those harmonies in there that I definitely did carry over to the final version. If you remember, May 31st, 2020 was about 2 months after COVID first hit. The caption for that video was, "This is the second song I wrote in my new era of writing, and it's the first real love song I ever wrote. It isn't about anybody, it was just written in a period of time where I lacked self-sufficiency. But I think it's a good reminder at this moment. If you needed to hear these words, or still need to hear these words, in light of everything going on, I would love to be there to sing them for you. Remember that you don't always need to fully have your guard up. It's okay to hurt and to feel weak right now. Here's to you and me. Future's all you see. May 22nd, 2021, I had been re-recording some of my songs for my private music Instagram that I still use. I didn't say anything new here that I haven't already said, so there you go.
I will sing a lullaby as long as I'm in your life. You can forget when you've cried.
Then on February 9th, 2022, I finished my first real demo of this song that I uploaded to YouTube, which you can still go and watch if you'd like to. This was when I was recording these demos to be able to send to studios to pitch my EP. This was the first time I ever added piano into it, which I think added a lot of depth. And we ended up using some piano. I recorded piano for the final recording of it, which we can delve into, but I really love that. But it is still a little bit bongy. But I will say all I included in this demo was piano, ukulele, and vocals. I didn't want to add too much, percussion or bass or anything because I wanted to keep it light and airy, especially with how kind of dark my other demos were. And in this version I didn't actually have the humming part, but I love the humming part, so I'm glad I kept it in.
Here's to you and me. When nothing else makes sense. The future's all you see right now is for us.
So that was the final version that I recorded before we got into the studio, and we worked on Lullaby on our second day of recording on November 9th of 2022. I only took one video the first time that we were recording in the studio because I was nervous. The second time, which was when we were recording Doll, I took some videos, and you can watch those in the making of Doll. But I have this video recording a little bit of Lullaby. A little fun fact about the recording process of Lullaby is that my producer had to adjust a lot of the settings on like the mic and stuff for Lullaby because it was so much quieter. And it's funny to look back on the actual recording process of it because I sound like a baby mouse, like the way I was recording it. It definitely sounds soft and gentle in the final recording, but I don't think it sounds this mousy.
Hold me close and I'll be here. I will sing a lullaby if I can be in your life. Darling, you will never cry.
So like I said, we recorded all of Lullaby in one day, which is kind of wild. We spent a little bit of time on each song on each day, but Lullaby we did the whole thing just on November 9th. In this first recording, this original one that I have from Jake, there are so many mouth noises. So I'm so glad that eventually he was able to cut those out. The piano is also really evident here. The piano comes in the hum part. I recorded piano for the whole song, but both of us agreed once that bridge came in and I was playing piano, it was just gorgeous. It just came alive. So I love that about Lullaby.
Rest your head upon my shoulder.
So then the next version I got of Lullaby wasn't until August 24th of 2023. We had been working on some of the other songs, and Lullaby just didn't need as much work because it was simple, so we got it done. I will say there was much more vocal mixing on this one. Less in mouth noises, but they're still there. And some of the vocal and ukulele phrases get cut off, so we had to extend them to get their full length there.
Rest your head upon my shoulder. Let your worries fade away.
Then on September 2nd, 2023, I got another version, and I think the only thing that was here was there just were still some mouth noises going on. I guess that was the biggest issue in Lullaby, was just because I was singing so close to the mic and so softly that you could hear everything going on.
Rest your head upon my shoulder. Let your worries
master of Lullaby on October 2nd, 2023. As much of the mouth noises that we could cut out of this were cut out by the end. All of the like melodic and ukulele phrasing was fixed, so it was perfect. It was great.
I will sing a lullaby if I can be in your life, darling. You will never cry.
So yeah, I told you Lullaby would be a shorter one because it really is so simple and I like it that way. I just love how it's just such a good reminder during times of trouble or stress to take it chill, Phil, because it's gonna be okay. I hope that you're able to find that peace in this song, some rest. It's been added to a bunch of sleep playlists, so I love that. And this is the final video of the making of for this project. It's gonna be a while before I can record some more of these, so if you haven't seen the others, go watch them, go learn about the creation of this EP. It has been a joy to tell you about it. And hey, if you have any questions about the making of this song or any of the other songs or the EP itself, hit me up. I would love to answer those questions. Yeah, I mean, I'm so early in my music journey, but I just feel so passionate about sharing the ins and outs with anybody who might be a little bit earlier than me. I think it can be easy once artists get big to not have the time to just share their experience and their process with other people. If we small artists can band together and share our tips and tricks, we will all have a lot more success. So whether you're an artist or you're just curious about the process, hit me up. I am an open book. Thank you so much for watching the making of Lullaby and for being involved in this whole process. I love you. I'm so thankful for you. You make this possible for me, so thank you. Until next time.